Streaming from Oklahoma's own digital studio, this is Beyond the Forecast.
Good morning. What time is it right now? Are we here? Are we on time? 3 a.m. We made it. Just walking in. It's pretty quiet in here this morning. Good day in the life. Good morning. So the first thing is the forecast. And Megan already has a forecast. Pretty cool, huh? So when I come in, she has a forecast. We have David's forecast from last night, and then I forecast. We double up and triple up usually to figure out what is going to happen with this wild weather. And it just so happens that it's raining today. Yeah. It better lift north.
You know, I've got a picture to show you.
So I just got a text. It's National Dog Day. So I guess we're going to do something in the 9. Now it's all about just figuring out what's consistent with what we had yesterday, what changes there are this morning, what's actually happening right now, because a lot of times I go to bed with a complete forecast in my head of what I think is going to be happening right when I wake up and what I think is going to be happening when I come to work, and it's never exact. Data's never going to hit it exact. So then figuring out how much warmer we actually are, how much cooler we actually are, and if there's rain. In fact, come look at next gen, because it's usually the first thing. First thing we do. There we go. So this particular morning, we do have rain. Honestly, it's probably a little bit farther south than what I was expecting by this time. It should have been about a county, another 30 miles or so north. So how will that impact the forecast today? We're going to find out. So the mesonet is all the different counties. All 77 counties have at least one sensor. Some have 2. Some have 3 of temperature, wind speed, pressure, all the different variables that we need at the surface to give us a good idea of what's currently happening. It's really, unless you know what's currently happening, you can't really forecast for what's going to happen. So we kind of look at that and then come and say, okay, what does this data have occurring right now? And then we'll take it out and see how much different it is. This particular model is doing pretty good with what radar looks like right now and what it's projecting radar to look like at this time. So then we say, okay, it should lift north through the morning. We should get rain through the morning. We've got a tracker on standby for today. He'll probably go out and he'll call in about 5 o'clock. And we'll kind of give him a position and where to go. And hopefully we don't have any wrecks this morning, but typically you get rain at all, we're going to have some wrecks or some fender benders, you know, get all that many people on the road. So we're already thinking ahead of what the morning's going to look like, and it hasn't even begun yet. Do the winds really come around out of the south tomorrow? That's the question. Looks like they probably will. All the wind, different directions, everything we forecast. And it all takes time.
There were 2 occupants inside of a vehicle that were asleep for the past 2 hours.
Now it's all about putting numbers in. So the forecast is done, come up with what we think is going to happen today, and then we build out everything that you see on TV. So we have to put in every number, every chance of rain, every change that we've made, even the wind speed, the wind direction, any of the little numbers or words that you see, type it all in. First thing you do is you come in, write it all down, get all the thoughts down, any of the little scribbly notes, and then put everything in. So we have a way that we can put it in, and if I put it in here, it goes to every computer. It'll go to every show, changes it everywhere, which is really nice. I mean, there are times I type in, like 665 instead of a high of 65. If you see that on a screen, it's because I typed it wrong. Or I have typos on a word. That's because I typed it in and typed it wrong. Typically with 2 of us in the morning, someone's going to catch it before it goes on air. That's always the goal. But we're human, and we definitely type and make mistakes. We changed all of this, what we think is going to happen, which by the time I've looked at this and I've typed all this in and I've put all this data in, I could get up there and talk for, hours about it, because I don't necessarily know what I'm going to say when I put all these graphics together, but I know the ins and outs of what the pattern is and what's going on, to the point to where filling time to talk about weather is not hard at all. And that's what's nice. All this is in here from the shift before. So then I can just come in and say, okay, I want to take that and adjust it. And then sometimes we change it through the morning. And so if the show starts and I'm like, hold on, the rain's already moving out, I'll change it. So David has data that he looks at, that he's put together his forecast for. Data comes out every hour. So we get a few model runs before I come in. Sometimes I don't make hardly any changes whatsoever because everything's still very consistent. There's always some tweaks. Some days it's like, wait a second, that cold front at 10 o'clock last night looked like it wouldn't be here until 4 a.m. Now it's coming in at 1 a.m. That's going to have a huge change to temperatures, and I've got to adjust a lot. Typically, we don't make huge adjustments, but there are days that, or the dry line. We know the dry line is going to be 2 more counties further east. That now puts Oklahoma City in the bullseye versus, Clinton. And sometimes we make massive changes depending on how far something has shifted. Typically, when we don't have big weather changes, you won't really even notice a change from the 10 o'clock to the morning. And that's usually the goal. For it to be summer, and this is how much rain we've picked up already, and this fall preview here, it's going to be wild to see what implications this has on our fall colors. Will this have an impact on our winter pattern? It might. I mean, this is a very, very rare event to be this cool, this wet in August. Okay, so you may be wondering, what is this? I had a viewer make me this cup when I was leaving Channel 9 back in 2017 and going to our sister station in Tulsa. They made me this cup. They also made me a Channel 9 cup, but I lost it. So this is my cup that I carry with me almost all the time, and people ask all the time, what is that? That's why. I love it. And we're all individual meteorologists. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different ways of looking at the forecast, and maybe one of us has seen this pattern and we think this is what's going to happen. The bottom line is, David's philosophy is we are the CEO of our own show. So he doesn't want me going on and talking about something that I don't believe is going to happen. I have to trust my forecast. He has to trust his forecast. Ultimately, if it's something that we're all consistently disagreeing on, he makes the final say. He always will. And we lean to him for that. Hey, I can't come up with what exactly I think is going to happen here. He'll say, we're going with this. This is our consistent messaging. But there will always be minor tweaks and changes for each forecast because, 1, the data has changed, and 2, that's our job, is to put our heart and soul and forecast into what we're doing. But there are definitely times that it's like, hey, I don't think it's going to be that cold. I don't think the storms are going to fire that early. Ultimately, we lean to him and he makes the decision. But for our individual shift, we have to believe what we're saying.
It's probably tough just being here early because there isn't somebody to bounce an idea off of. So you kind of have to trust your gut. And then as soon as Lacey gets in, adjust accordingly. I love how much people here love weather, even just the mundane. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be windy. And there's the interest part of it for Oklahomans, but also, how do you dress? Can I spend time outside today? If I do, will it be hot? Will it be windy? Is it too windy to play golf? And a lot of times it's finding ways to make even the mundane, boring days fun and entertaining for everybody at home. And if there's literally nothing going on, and this is where it gets kind of interesting for Lacey and me, is how do you make the literally it's hot and it's boring interesting for people at home? Because at the end of the day, it is a really, really entertaining thing, and that's why I love weather so much.
Started.
So I am adjusting all my frames, making sure my first hit, so our first weather that we call it, is ready to go. overlooking everything, no typos, everything's in the order that I want, and then I go to the desk.
Right now at 4, a federal lawsuit is filed 2 years after a deadly shooting at a Choctaw High School football game.
Another morning drive that you do have to have the windshield wipers going. Rain chances are highest this morning. Is drier than the southern side. Some showers over downtown right now. So from western Oklahoma into central and northwestern Oklahoma. Coming up, we'll talk about how long the rain lasts, how long the fall temperatures last. Your 9-day forecast minutes away. Colby, back over to you.
Now it's time to take this and put the mask on. Completely change it all.
Hello.
My gal pals are all in here.
Hey.
They go on at 4:30, so they go on first.
We're trying to get it done.
And they're getting all ready.
Working a miracle.
And you notice, I always love this. Like, everyone has their own stuff. We have all of our own makeup. We do all of our own hair. And it's kind of mass chaos, but it all comes together. We all
It's how we finish, not how we begin, right?
Hair, makeup. As good as it gets. Now it's time to start getting ready. While I was in the makeup room, I've been texting with our storm tracker, Brandon Pennell. He's going to get out and get on the road just to kind of give everybody a view of what their drive is going to look like this morning, because it is a messy morning for sure. Hopefully no accidents. That's always the concern. And then I get to go down here to my little closet. It's a secret. But under here, I have all kinds of shoes. So join me. Yeah, today we're going with the pink ones. But if you ever need any, there you go. I tell everybody. I tell Colby. I'm like, Colby, I've got every color you could ever want. If you need it, you don't even have to ask. Thank you. So now the show's going on, but I have to come in and grab my microphone. So I'm weather 1 today. So I've got a mic and an IFB. And they have the mic, they have the batteries in them. They're good to go. This is my little earpiece I wear so that I can hear the producers. They can talk to me. When I don't want to hear them, I just take it out of my ear. It works. So I wear this. We used to always wear these on our legs. And then now our studio is so big and beautiful, we do a lot of wide shots. So we don't wear them on our legs anymore. So you don't ever see them. And they're hidden. And it's like TV magic. Now it's almost showtime. Come on, let's go in the studio. They're in a commercial break. And we're getting going. It's cold in here.
Start practicing in the rain.
So this is my home for the next couple of hours, right here in the Weather Center. Megan has been doing the 4. We're about to transition over to the 5. So I'm just making sure in the commercial break that I've got everything. Brandon Pennell, our storm tracker, is getting out. So I'm going to wait on his shot to come up. I just constantly looking at our sky cams so we can see, you know, which one looks the best. I'm going to punch up Brandon. He is weather 115, I think. I'm going to change this real quick back, and then I'm going to go to weather monitor 2. And then I can go to weather, what'd you say he was?
114.
He's weather 114, so that will change. And when Brandon's up, we'll be able to see his shot. We have all of our different clickers. And it's so important that we grab the right one because I use a different box than Megan. David uses a different box. I'm Lynx 4. That's my clicker. If I grab the wrong one, you'll know why on air when I say I have the wrong clicker. I try to take these and I move them, like over here. Like stay over here, away from, so I don't accidentally grab them. Everyone has a preference. You can see the different buttons. Like some people put tape on them. They put buttons on them. Mine's just clean. And then I'm on Lynx 4, so I work on Lynx 4 all morning. My show's set, and now we're just getting ready to wrap up the 4 and get our first hit going for the 5.
Do you also just want Lynx 4?
Yes. No, for a start, I want the 6 box. We talked about it with him. 6 box Lynx, Lynx 4.
Yeah. Okay. You got it.
Yes, thank you.
and now the magic happens. Or it sinks. We don't know. We'll see.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good Tuesday morning, 5 o'clock, and more rain out there, which also means cool temperatures.
I turned the fireplace on yesterday.
Did you? In August. I'm a wuss.
You said rain, not snow.
I don't know why I was so cold. It felt so good to just push that button.
Well, it's coming down out there right now.
Lacey is here in the forecast. You guys came over yesterday, Lacey.
I walked in, I said, do you have the fireplace? Yeah. I just sat there by, you know what, I actually had posted on social media about how cool it was yesterday, and there were a lot of folks, Robin, you were not alone.
Okay.
The fireplace on, because it wasn't the low 60s. Wild to think about. Now, we didn't officially break the record cool high because at midnight we were at 75, but we were way below average. We were 20 to 30 degrees below the previous temperatures. Now waking up to more rain. It was soggy all day. Yesterday was a complete washout in the Oklahoma City metro. Today you're going to wake up to rain. It's going to rain for a few hours, and then it will taper off this afternoon. These cooler temps are here to stay. But more rain tonight, more rain Thursday. We'll talk about how much more we're expecting coming up.
Lacey, all right. One woman is killed in a two-car crash.
We should totally tease this by having you walk on. That would be fun.
I was like, what if it was Lisa this time?
Oh my God, I would lose it.
Common question when people come into the studio, why do we have tennis balls? You may think, oh, hail sizes or whatever. No, this is for production. So they run the cameras, they're in here managing where we are, where we're supposed to be, and they like to throw these at us when we're not in the right spot. And I'm not kidding. But also they're green. So if you have a green, something green, and you go on the green screen, it's invisible. You look invisible. In fact, let's see. Hey, George, can you ask them to just punch up the wall really quick? We're in a commercial break, so we'll just see. They're busy in the control room. It's not like they have nothing going on. But if they can punch it up, you can see what this looks like, because the wall is green. But then if you look at the camera, the map is what you see. So if I were to wear green, the map is what you would see behind me, even my face. See? Pretty cool. Uh-huh. So when they throw these balls at us, you don't see them at home. And it's a true story. So now I adjust for the next one. Just keep getting ready for the next hit, getting ready for the next hit. And move radar. Okay, why is there sunshine on here? That's what I want to know. There should not be sun.
10th, then to 23rd, and that's where the wreck reportedly is. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
As soon as we can get more details, I don't think I see a single car getting through, so it looks like southbound might be completely blocked by this.
Yeah, we got the call that came in just a few minutes ago. There's been a lot of rain on the roadways. We don't know what caused this, but it does look southbound I-35, as Lacey was saying. That's at 23rd Street, the exit there. Again, the breaking news on I-35, just if you're waking up, heading out southbound at 23rd Street. Looks like there's a wreck there. We're seeing kind of a lot of police cars. Traffic is going to be backed up there for a while.
Messy morning already.
Yeah, you think there's probably some areas of standing water, some ponding in places. It was coming down there hard for a little bit, Lacey.
Yeah, absolutely. You're seeing Lexus shot here behind me. Brandon Piddle, our storm tracker, is out also, but he's zooming in. This is southbound I-35. This is going to be at 23rd. And it was looking like there was no one getting by southbound I-35, and they were diverting traffic getting off at 23rd. And right now, we're not to the heart of rush hour. We'll see how long it takes to get this cleaned up, if there are any injuries, that sort of thing. Lex is there getting a good look. There's Brandon. He's in the South Metro right now. Rain coming down on his shot, and really all across the central and southern sides of the metro. It is wet. Let me show you what's going on. As far as the rainfall goes, we've had so much over the past 24, 36 hours. We've had 2 to 4 to 6 inches locally, and it won't take much more in those spots. We're saturated to get flooding. On rain days, I spend every second of my time looking at radar and adjusting my frames, because I set like the camera view early. I look at where the rain is, and then I decide what, when I click the button, what shows up on TV. And you're constantly having to move that view based on where the rain has moved to. Like this view looks like this. Well, the rain has now moved farther south. So I just zoom it out and kind of tilt it. And now that will be the frame that you see when I go to it. It'll look just like that. We do teases over here, but here, come look at what I see whenever we do a tease. So when I'm standing here, this is called a belly mark.
My belly button's supposed to line up with this, in case you're wondering. That's the goal anyway. And then I can see the trackers, I can see whatever crews we have out, which is vital, especially during severe weather, but they're always finding anything going on across the metro. If there's a wreck, if there's a fire, the down power lines, they go figure it out. Is this a big deal? Is this something people need to know? And while they're doing that, we have our storm trackers called in. This is the Gettner. It's technically a Telos. The Gettner was older technology, but we still call it the Gettner. So Brandon's called in. I'm going to talk to Brandon coming up later this morning, and so I'll literally just put him on air when it's time. And then he'll be able to talk. And we just get ready for our tea. So now the camera's turned here. Can you see the teleprompter? That's what's on right now. And then they'll come to me. I don't have a teleprompter, which is scary. There's nothing telling me what to say. And sometimes it's not a good thing.
Hey, let's check in with Lacey Swope. Lacey, it's raining out there. We need it.
Next Gen Live is fired up, guys. We've been tracking rain. Well, it dwindled down yesterday in the evening. Then overnight, new showers developed. It's been raining all morning. It'll rain most of the morning, which means your drive in as the kiddos are heading to school today. It is soggy. Brandon Pennell is out for you. He's got the roadways covered along with our news trackers. We've had a couple of accidents. Megan has your traffic update. We're talking about your rain timeline coming up.
Can you just talk for a second? They're trying to do a mic check on you. Just count to 10.
Hey, is it an open to me or is it?
In French.
Yep.
Okay.
You can talk as long as you want me to talk.
Can you hear him? Okay, we're good. Thank you.
45 too, that's the issue.
Such that it's going to take you a little bit longer to get where you're going to.
Yeah.
Just kind of accept it and just coast in.
We're giving you fair warning, plenty of early warning.
Hey, you're doing something fun this morning.
We just love what we do around here. And so we've started the Beyond the Forecast podcast. It's our weather podcast where we just talk all things weather and kind of at length about certain topics. Well, today we get to talk about behind the scenes. So right now we're filming behind the scenes. We've got a camera here.
Come on in, Michael.
Come over here.
Can we take the camera shot up here?
Here we
so
go.
show the
Here's
whole
he's
screen?
video. Hey,
There he is.
Hey.
So he's had a camera in your face all morning long, right?
And of course, yeah.
So when can we see this
So
footage?
this drops Thursday,
Okay.
right?
Oh, wow.
He edits it. He puts it together.
You got a lot of work to do, right?
Love it. So shooting kind of what all goes into a morning like this. Brandon Pennell is out this morning. Megan and I over here trying to put the forecast together. It's kind of mass chaos, but organized chaos and commercial breaks.
Yeah.
And you'll get to see all of that coming up on Thursday.
And they
On
explain the green
Thursday.
wall, the magic wall that you
Yes.
use every morning as well. I love that too.
Absolutely. And what a great time to have someone here watching what goes
I was
on.
about to say, you got a lot to talk about
Whenever
this
there's
morning.
yeah, it's exciting. And it's so very much like fall, which for so many folks is just your favorite time of the entire year. It's a sneak peek of fall. Now, we got to get through the drive. We got to get through the roadways this morning and some of the accidents that we've seen. We want you to get where you're going safely. That's why Brandon Pennell is out. Our news trackers are out this morning. Let's check in with Brandon. Brandon, we haven't had a lot of severe weather recently. It's been a while since we've had you here on the morning show. So welcome. Good morning. I hope you have your pumpkin spice latte. How's it shaping up on the roadways? Go ahead.
Right now, it's kind of it's hit and miss. It's a little bit slow go in spots. We're in light to moderate rain, just depending on where you're at as we come through downtown, merging on the 235. You can definitely get where you're going. I haven't had a lot of ponding anywhere yet, but I would say speed and space is a key indicator this morning as you get out and about. Back to you.
Okay, great update, but I am curious. Do you have your pumpkin spice latte? Did you make one?
No, because I'm not used to being up this early, and I'm kind of out of my element right now.
Well, we're glad you're with us. For sure. We appreciate you being up so early and to give folks this view and the scene of what's going on, because this is what drivers are going to be dealing with. And if you're planning on your kiddo waiting at the bus stop this morning, this is what they will be waiting in. There's no lightning, and the winds right now, they're fairly light. So this is kind of a steady rainfall, a tranquil rainfall, if you will. But we've had so much rain over the past 24 or 36 hours, especially for this zone where the counties are highlighted. There is a flood watch. No extreme flooding going on. We don't have any reports of flooding, but some ponding on the roads, and where we're so very saturated, it won't take much to get some flooding. We've had anywhere from 1 to 2 to locally 3 inches of rain in the past 24 hours or so across the Oklahoma City metro. 3 inches in Watonga, 3 inches in Weatherford, 4 to 6 inches up near Woodward. Northern Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma, you've had rain, just not as much, and now over an inch to almost 2 off to the east. And we're getting rain in those same areas today. We'll do the same thing again tonight into tomorrow. Now, just to look at over the past 6 hours, this kind of gives us a good indicator of where we could have some ponding or some localized flooding. Down in Norman, we've had crews driving through there, haven't found flooding, but a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain in Norman. Watch the problem spots, 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the Cherokee Trading Post to El Reno, just south of I-40. And there's Next Gen Live. The rain goes all the way to Woodward, back to Sayre, down to Altus, light to moderate rain. And over the entire state, not one strike of lightning. It is just that fall-like rain that you look outside, you expect to see the changing of the leaves right now when it's this temperature and this steady of the rain. Showers go from Edmond to Hara to Okarche, down to Purcell. It's much lighter from Pauls Valley to Falls Creek, back down to Ardmore. Moderate rain from Watonga to Okarche to Sealing. And it's kind of moderate to heavy in spots all across Oklahoma City to Hara, back to Johnson, Shawnee, and Seminole. And then you go up the Turner Turnpike. It's pretty dry, and really through the morning it will be mostly dry if you're headed off to the northeast. Temperature right now with the rain cooled air is 64 degrees. We have been hovering in the 60s since yesterday morning. That rain began about 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and the temperatures dropped and we've just stayed in the 60s. There are 50s across northern Oklahoma, down to 55 degrees up near 4 Acre, which is just wild to be August and talk 50s. Winds are 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the northeast. And your hour-by-hour forecast, lower mid-60s, and then we dry it out this afternoon. This rain ends midday, and we'll just have some spotty showers. So most of your afternoon is dry. As the kiddos come home from school, it looks mostly dry with the temperature of about 70. Amazing. Picture perfect. 65 Woodward, 67 in Alva, warmer to the northeast and the south where you'll be dry today. Afternoon rain chances spotty, slightly higher down to the south and southeast. We're not expecting much. I just want to show you a snapshot across the country of current temps. There are a lot of 50s on this map, but in isolated areas, a lot of 40s. Low-lying areas around the Missouri River are in the 40s in the northwest. It's wild. All right, rain chances taper off this afternoon. Look how it becomes very spotty. A few showers to the south. We still have the cloud cover around though. And then tonight, tomorrow morning, another wave. We do it again. Your Wednesday morning drive looks wet. We'll watch for any isolated areas of flooding. That moves by and we'll have another round on Thursday, and that just keeps those temperatures down. Tonight, we dip down into the 50s and 60s, and take a look at your 9-day forecast. 100% chance of rain tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll call it an 80% chance in the metro, higher chances north. Wednesday, 78, mostly dry in the afternoon. Another week boundary Thursday, and guys, we're locked in 70s and 80s the next 9 days. And we're back with much more right after this break. Are there any more wrecks?
Not for right now.
Okay. So is the I-35 one done? You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, he found a problem area. What was the problem area?
The off-ramp at 235 to get onto 44 westbound is about 12 inches deep.
Ooh, can you get a shot of it?
No, because it's literally on the off-ramp.
Oh, like as you'd have to be driving. Okay.
Is Steven out right now?
I think he's down at the moment.
Okay. I'll just take Lex then.
Lex and Lynx?
Lex and Lynx.
All right.
Are we going till what?
Are we stopping at 7?
Yeah. So I've got about, a hit every 6 or 7 minutes through the morning. So that's about how much time you have to look at the next hit, figure out what you're going to do, but it's constantly changing. So it's all about just moving around the graphics, setting them in the order that you want them to get to the information that's the most important. Now our storm trackers come up on something else, then I'll move it around. I'll change it from, hey, you know what, I'm going to talk about the temperatures. I'm going to talk about, I love this, where we've been, where we're headed. It's been so hot, completely change of the season. Figuring out what I can fit in. When you have a storm tracker out, what we find all the time is trying to gauge your time. It's hard, just because you don't know how long they're going to talk. You don't know what they're going to come up on. So the control room, the producers, everyone just kind of has to go with the flow. And we try to stick to as much of the time that we can and get down to the second, but that really never happens. And TV's all about time. I have a clock that I have to go by. You'll see it on the bottom of the computer that I get to see when I'm on the wall, and I try to stick to that. But you never really know how it's going to go with each hit. But no matter what, those commercials are going to hit at certain times. Our show has to end at a certain time. So we try to be mindful of that. But on a day where breaking news is happening or breaking weather is happening, we all just kind of have to be flexible. But it also makes it fun because you just don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes.
Let's get one more check of traffic here as you're heading out the door this morning. It's kind of a messy start to the morning. Over on the left on the Lucky Star Skycam network, looking at our Integris cam. Then here on the right, that's at I-40 and Sunny Lane. On I-40, you can tell a little bit of a slow going there. We've had crashes really all over the metro this morning, Megan, and it's doesn't look like it's getting any better.
No, it's not. Morning drive just picking up. Extra time out the door. Allow extra space between you and the car in front of you. Just not a good morning to be in a rush.
Yeah.
But we need the rain.
We do need the rain. And there's nothing severe, so that's good. But for folks on the roads, use caution. Showers continue to come down. Next Gen Live lit up. Nothing across northern and northeast Oklahoma. Rain in the metro continues for the next several hours. We'll see highs today only in the 60s and low 70s.
All right. Hey, thanks for sharing time with us today. We'll catch you back here right after 7.
Yeah, good job, everybody. So we survived another one. So that's kind of how we end the newscast. Now CBS Early Show comes on. We'll still do live hits off and on for weather. I'll do the same thing at 9. And then 10 o'clock rolls around. My day is done. And I go home to the husband and the babies. So I hope you've enjoyed this here. This episode has been really, really fun to see kind of behind the scenes of what we all do, how this all comes together to show you what you see at home. And join us next week for Beyond the Forecast.